where we are catching up with some of our MPs to get a closer look at what makes them tick.
And we are starting with Labour's Josh McAllister. He won the new seat of Whitehaven and Workington with a 53% share of the vote. Kieran McFadgen went to meet him.
Josh McAllister is still getting to grips with his new life as the Member of Parliament representing Whitehaven and Workington. A first-time MP for a brand new constituency, and the Palace of Westminster can be tough to navigate.
Absolutely. I mean, there's members of Parliament who've been in there for 5-10 years and they still get lost. I sort of walked into a broom cupboard by accident yesterday, so yeah, it's going to take a bit of time to learn not only the building but also how it works and how to use Parliament for the benefit of the constituents that I'm representing.
Last week, Mr McAllister asked his first question in the House of Commons, calling for a debate on the treatment of victims of the infected blood scandal. But it didn't go completely without a hitch, with a case of slightly mistaken identity.
Final question, Jim McAllister.
Mr. Speaker, Josh McAllister. That's okay, no worries. I was going to start my very first question by congratulating you and saying that as
half the House's new MPs, I think there's another Member of Parliament called Jim Alistair, rather confusingly for Josh McAllister, and as someone who used to be a teacher and occasionally got the name of kids in my classroom wrong, I think it's an easily made mistake.
As fits the life of an MP, 24 hours after the House of Commons, we caught up with him again in Egremont Hall, where he attends the farmers market. Has your life been turned upside down by becoming the MP?
life has been slightly turned upside down. It's wonderful in lots of ways because I'm able to see the link between what's going on in Westminster in debates about our national life and about laws and major legislation, and then make the link directly to people's lives here, but packing my bags all the time, being up and down, getting used to that, especially with my other half and my family, is tricky, and I think it'll probably just take a couple of weeks, maybe a couple of months to get into the new routine.
A mountain rescue volunteer, the MP was called out to a rescue only hours after being elected. He says his recent experience chairing the previous government's review into the care system for children was a factor in his decision to enter politics.
Finished the review and there was a chance to get stuck in myself, to roll up my sleeves and take the leap. When I was growing up as a kid, my stepdad Peter, he made all the difference for me in helping to make sure that I caught up in school and was able to make my way to university. So opportunity, particularly for young people who are at risk of being left behind, has been one of the big driving forces in my life.
Beginning his career teaching citizenship to school pupils, Mr McAllister set up 2 charities dealing with children's social work and youth violence. During your campaign, you were very focused on Labour's key pledges. Would you describe yourself as a party politician, or are there some issues which supersede that?
I mean, look, in politics you get things done as part of a team, and Labour won, and I won this constituency because the Labour Party has changed, and the change that the Labour Party represents is what the public here want to see. So I am absolutely fully behind Labour's manifesto. I want to see that delivered in Parliament, but I also have an independent streak. You can see that in my career history. I've built charities and organisations. I've worked with governments, even when I don't agree with them, as I did with the last Conservative government.
He says that he's hoping to use what little spare time he has left to continue volunteering with the mountain rescue team, but admits that he has another mountain to climb in seeing his busy schedule as the new normal. Kieran McFadgen, ITV News.